If we're up here in a second.
Looks like we're up.
Mark, you got us? Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, May 24th, 2022. It's 10 a.m. We're here for the regular session of the Hunt County Commissioners Court. This time I'll call the meeting to order and ask everyone to stand and ask Commissioner Martin to lead us in prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to our flags.
Shall we bow? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to come here and take care of the business of the community. We thank you for everything that you have given us. We ask you to continue blessing this great nation that we have. We thank you for the gift of life. As we carry this mission on as far as community service, may we think of knowledge and ask for wisdom. We ask for patience and understanding as we make righteous decisions. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, everyone. We have Commissioner Hutchins, Strait, Martin, and Harrison present. I'm Judge Stovall presiding over the meeting today. Commissioners, you have the May 10th, 2022 regular session minutes in front of you. I'd entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We have the minutes of May 17th, 2022 special session. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. This time we'll have public testimony. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes and should conduct themselves in a civil manner. The Commissioners Court cannot take action on items not listed on the agenda in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. Concerns will be addressed by county staff. They may be placed on a future agenda or addressed by some other course of response. Daniel, you got anything online?
No.
Okay. Wade, Jim?
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Wade Jen. I'm an attorney with the Linebarger Law Firm. Our office is here in town, 2613 Stonewall. I just wanted to speak today with regard to item number 9 on the action agenda. We have had the honor of representing Hunt County for the collection of delinquent taxes for the last 37 years. Most of you all know for the last 11 years I've been directly involved with that, along with my colleague Jeff Brown. Sorry. Choking. I also have here with us from our office, we've got Sharina Williams, who's been at the firm for 30 years, working here in town. And we also have Shirley Hepler and Melissa Kirby, both from Greenville, both here working for you every day. We are honored for the opportunity to present the qualifications, the performance that we've had for the last 37 years. And we do request that as the court is going to consider this item, we support the appointment of a committee. We also would request the opportunity to give a full presentation, not just to the committee, but also to the court. We feel like we have qualifications and performance that are second to none. We've done well for the county, and we welcome the opportunity to continue to do so, as we have for many years. We're available anytime, and would just ask for the court's indulgence and appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry I'm not speaking well today.
I feel your pain. I'm struggling too. Is that all of them? Anybody else wish to speak? No one else wishes to speak. We'll move on to new business. Commissioners, you have the consent calendar in front of you. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action items, approval of accounts payable.
Make a motion, we pay the bills.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of line item transfers.
Make a motion to approve line item transfers.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of budget amendments.
Make a motion to approve budget amendments.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of payroll and personnel.
Make a motion to approve the payroll and personnel.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 1, a proclamation declaring June 2022 as Elderly Abuse Prevention and Awareness Month. Is Trina here?
Good morning.
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 2022 proclamation declaring June as Elder Abuse Prevention Awareness Month. Whereas people who are elderly or have disabilities have contributed to the general welfare of Hunt County, Texas by helping to preserve customs, convictions, and traditions of many people from diverse backgrounds. And whereas these residents are vital and integral members of our society, and their wisdom and experience have enriched our lives. And whereas abuse of the elderly and people with disabilities in domestic and institutional settings is a widespread problem affecting hundreds of thousands of people across the country. And whereas Texas APS in-home caseworkers in Hunt County have received 534 intakes, of which 349 cases of abuse, neglect, and/or exploitation were investigated against our elderly Texans or those with disabilities in 2021. Whereas elder abuse is grossly underreported because the elderly who are being abused find it very difficult to tell anyone and are usually ashamed and sometimes afraid. And whereas elder abuse happens to men and women of all income levels, all cultural and ethnic groups, whether they are in good health or incapacitated in some way, in poor neighborhoods and in suburbia. And whereas many of the cases investigated by Adult Protective Services in Texas involved self-neglect, and it is our duty as citizens to reach out to people in need. Do I read the
Go on.
second part too?
That's all right. Go on.
I'll read that for you.
Okay.
Now therefore, I, Bobby Stovall, Hunt County Judge, do hereby proclaim the month of June 22nd to be Elder Abuse Prevention Month in Hunt County, Texas, and urge all citizens to work together to help reduce abuse and neglect of people who are elderly and have disabilities.
Your Honor, may I
Yes, sir.
say something?
Absolutely.
Trina was very nervous about getting up here and talking. But I want to tell you something. You could tell by the way she read it, she actually really believes in what she said. And I thank you for having the courage to get up there, and you did very well.
Well, thank you, thank you. Can I have just like 1 second?
Absolutely.
This is Sue Ellen, and she is with Texas Department of Family Services, and she's with Adult Protective Services. She actually reached out to Scripps Senior Center Resources and Public Transit. That's where I'm a community liaison, and we are the only senior center in Hunt County. We service over 600 hot meals a day through our Meals on Wheels program. We receive tremendous help from the county and the city of Greenville and some of our neighboring Hunt County towns, so we're proud of that. But we are a 501c3 nonprofit. On an average week, we service about 5,000 Hunt County residents a week. So if you're not familiar with our agency, please reach out to me. The court has my contact information. I would love to give you a tour. I would love for you to see what all we do. We have volunteer opportunities available as well. So I'm going to let Sue Ann say a few words.
Good morning. I want to thank you all so much for this proclamation and helping the state and Department of Family and Protective Services bring awareness to the serious situation of elder abuse, neglect, and financial exploitation, and also of the disabled. We sure appreciate your support. And Trina's group, there are eyes and ears into the homes of our seniors and disabled that we might not otherwise know are in a state of neglect or abuse. But we appreciate Greenville very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to say one thing. I didn't tell you, I don't believe, but actually, when I served on the Commissioners Court back in 2001, 2, and 3, I was on y'all's board.
Oh, yeah, I think that our executive director, he told me that.
Yes, but
Yes.
I want to tell you something. It's always been a pleasure working with y'all down there, and y'all do some great things. But kind of keep the hot stuff out of some of the meals because it's old on us old people.
Well, I will say that I do often say when I'm doing my public speaking that we are the hidden treasure of Hunt County. If you haven't seen our facility, you really need to see it. And we appreciate the support of the county, the Commissioners Court, and we will be having our National Elder Abuse Awareness Day will be held on June 15th at 10 a.m. Commissioner Martin has agreed to read the proclamation because Judge Stovall's going to be out of town, and we are going to have a program at 10 o'clock, and we're going to be recognizing, much like they do for the Child Abuse Awareness Month, we'll have the pinwheels for in remembrance and in honor of our victims here in Hunt County. So
Okay.
anybody that could join, we would appreciate it.
Great. Would y'all like to get a picture? Till we get this approved?
Yes, please.
All right, I entertain a motion for approval.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Let's get a picture for them.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
I got to tell you, you're welcome. It was great to meet you.
Turn it off.
She's warming it up for you, Shirley. We'll all turn our mics off after I call the next. All right, action item 2, quarterly report of Northeast Texas Children's Museum. Straight up. Turn our mics off, too. You don't need to get the mic. See if it'll work.
Testing.
Good morning.
Morning.
Does that work?
Face it the right way.
Good morning. I believe that works. I want to give you the report of the Northeast Texas Children's Museum, beginning with
those speakers up there?
Here, he said,
Just try
let's
to move
scoot
the
this
podium
back,
back. Yeah.
maybe. It's still.
Testing.
Testing. Your other mic might work. It's wrong.
It's the vibration of this thing. Why don't you hold it up and see if that works?
Move this. There you go.
Good morning.
There we go.
The Northeast Texas Children's Museum has had a great beginning to its
Brandon's coming. Brandon's on the way.
Go ahead.
Okay. We've had a great beginning to our 20th year. As we entered 2021, in spite of the pauses that we had with COVID, we had 25,000 in attendance, and they came from 248 different cities. Our attendance last quarter, as we've begun our 20th year, in January, February, and March, we had a total of 9,524 in attendance. And then last month, April, we had 4,558 in the month of April. So far this year, we have had well over 14,000 attend the Children's Museum. This gives us a projected attendance of the year of over 40,000. Now, during this first quarter of the year, we've had several events that have been fun and exciting. We have had the Daddy-Daughter Dance. We had 352 in attendance, and our theme was Over the Moon. So it was a great evening for dads and daughters. Then we had a little different type of activity. We have a style show that is sponsored each year by Chico's and Wawa. So this brought out the ladies of the community, and that was also a very successful event. What we are most excited about right now is our expansion and new exhibits that we are bringing to the Children's Museum. With our expansion, we completed a slide and tube exhibit and also a state farm car safety exhibit. And if you've not seen this, we bought a Volkswagen car, we drove it into the museum, and we took the car so we would be able to teach the children about car safety. Currently, we have an exhibit that is being built in our outdoor area, and this is a safety house, but it is going to have a slide and a coil on the outside. Bob Stahoviak is building that exhibit for us, and we are very excited for its completion. Then another exhibit that we have begun, we are just about to finalize, is one with the Upper Trinity River Authority. And as you know, this is the group that is building Lake Ralph Hall. So they are going to put in a exhibit, a fossil dig. They had us meet with the people at the Thoreau Museum last week. We met with their paleontologist and their head exhibit man, so that when we have the fossil dig at the Children's Museum, the Thoreau Museum is going to provide the molds of the animals that we are going to put in the fossil dig, and they will be a replica of bones that have been found in the Suffolk River before the lake is complete. So we're very excited about working with the Upper Trinity River Authority and also the Thoreau Museum as we bring in this new exhibit. And the Upper Trinity River wants to do a 10-year agreement with us for this exhibit. So we're very excited about that. As we move into our summer exhibits, one of the activities that we're going to have first is a roll back admission day. So we're going to roll back our admission cost for one day. The day will be June the 10th, and admission will be $3 and $2. And this is our way of thanking people in Hunt County, all the people who come to the museum and have supported it for the last 20 years. So we're very excited about our year. We're excited about the way it is working out, and we think our rollback admission day will be a great way for us to thank all of our people in Hunt County. Thank you for your support.
Anybody got any questions? I'd just like to say, if you got kids, grandkids, or whatever, you need to take them over there and see it. It's a wonderful museum. Even the adults get to have a good time with it, and they've done a fabulous job, and keep up the good work for us. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 3, the Treasury's monthly report for April 2022. You want to try the mic again? Since we got somebody here that's supposed to know what we're doing.
I think it's that mic.
Which one?
I think it's that one. It's pretty bad.
Check 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Yes.
How's the volume sound? Is it a little too loud?
You probably put it down when you talk. That's when it starts. Some kind of a feedback.
Go to the volume. Up here. I have to get a hammer and hit it, or?
I think a hammer would work.
I do too at this point.
I have a problem turning my phone off. I feel like getting a hammer and just throwing it.
Check. Feedback? Anybody hear feedback?
No,
No feedback?
Not yet.
It's just too loud.
just don't holler. Sounds good.
We still up, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a short.
We need a better mic. All right, Brittany, you have, close it. Mine? You think I'll turn them all down a little? How much?
Testing.
I'll pull them all down a little bit. All right.
How's that sound?
That's fine. Let's hope we get lucky. Brittany, you got anything to report?
Okay. Okay, in your packets, you had the Treasurer's Month-End Report for April 2022. We had a month-end balance of $69,421,008.22 of cash on hand and invested funds. The auditors and the treasurer's books agree. Are there any questions?
Questions, Commissioners? If not, I entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 4, the annual renewal of the Hunt County investment policy and all related resolutions.
Yes, you also have the updated investment policy. We're required by Public Funds Investment Act to annually renew this. We revamped the whole investment policy last year with the help of Mr. Ray's office, and so nothing has been changed other than we did update our investment strategies on Exhibit C to include the American Rescue Plans. On that, number 1, that was just included in there with it being such a large fund of its own, and we keep it separate. We just decided to add that in there as to show that we are investing those funds the same way that the others are invested. We continue to keep the auditor, treasurer, and county judge and or their successors if needed as investment officers. Other than that, there were no other changes.
Thank you, Brittany. Any questions? Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action number 5, the Hunt County holiday schedule for 2023 year. Commissioners, we discussed this once before. We've added a holiday this year with July 3rd falling on or July 4th falling on a Tuesday. We added July 3rd. Our policy says 12 days, and we were having 13 this day, so we'll need court approval for it. So I'll entertain a motion for approval.
So moved. Second.
Your motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 6, the 2023 TCDRS Plan Assessment. Sandy?
This is just the new rate for our next budget year for 2023. It's going from 12.26 down to 10.99. It just needs to be approved so that we can go through with that.
Okay, Commissioners, you got any questions? Glad to see it go down. Jumped back up last year. I entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 7, the deadline for Hunt County offices giving raises to employees out of the current budget year will be on Friday before the first Commissioners Court in June of this year. Anybody got any questions about that? Not, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action number 8, gift cards in the amount of $25 to employees attending the health fair. Commissioners, we've had low attendance at our health fair, and it's a lot of free services for our employees, so we've discussed about enticing our employees to go and use the health services that are provided during that health fair, so that hopefully we can start driving our cost of the health insurance down each year, and really to make everybody aware of it too, that I don't know that all our employees have paid that much attention to it, but it's really a great thing that our TAC insurance provides us each year. And at $25, there's some of it, a lot of it's free, but there's some things, like if you have to see the doctor or something related to some test or whatever, then you got your $25 copay. So we thought at least that would take care of their copay if they had to spend the money. So, you got any questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Do have a question in reference to this. I had one person say that he went there to the health fair at one time, and what took place is the insurance. If they have gone that particular month, the month that we haven't had blood test or anything else, is this blood test and all that covered? Because he was saying that you can't basically put 2 tests like that on the same period in reference to blood. Do you know anything about that?
It would depend on what type of blood test it was done on it. I would have to get with, the hospital to find out, but I would not think so. But like I said, it just depends. We used to have somebody who had gone to the cardiologist right prior to, and then went and had an EKG. Well, they didn't want to pay the EKG because they had just gone to the cardiologist. It's going to kind of be up to the employee. Most of the blood work that they have done at the health fair is not something that a normal doctor usually runs. I mean, it is the full panel. So
I'm very much impressed with this health fair. And I think that they ought to, I hope the employees would engage in it. But I know that there has been a problem in reference to it. So
yes.
basically,
I mean, we've got close to 400 employees, and we might have 100 that go.
Yes, and I agree with you.
I mean, it would be wonderful if we could get a lot more to go.
I agree.
Any other questions? Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. We're going to skip number 9 till executive session. Number 10, the request to authorize Calvin Grogan, County Attorney, to attend training out of state for the first term leader course. Got any questions? Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 11, the request to place a 6-inch water line along County Road 3202 for a distance of 2,100 feet from I-30 Service Road South in Precinct 3.
I make a motion, we allow this construction with the normal stipulations.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 12, the request on naming 3 private roads, Harbison Lane, Faithfulness Street, and Blessings Lane in Precinct 3 due to 9/11 addressing needed for additional duplexes being added to the property of Bowles Home. These roads will not be maintained by the county. Anybody got any questions?
Your Honor,
Bill?
this is private property. They have ladies that are having problems. This is a safe home, stuff like this, and they're doing wonderful things out there, Your Honor. And I do make a motion that we allow the naming of these private roads.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item 13, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities across County Road 2312 in Precinct 2.
Make a motion to let this construction for the electrical power distribution under County Road 2312, under normal stipulations. Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item 14, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities across County Road 2415 in Precinct 2.
Make a motion to approve this electrical power distribution under County Road 2415 under usual stipulations. Second.
A motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 15, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities across County Road 2526 in Precinct 2.
Make a motion to approve this construction of electrical power distribution under County Road 2526 under usual stipulations. Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 16, a public hearing for a zoning change from single-family 20, single-family residential with 20,000 square feet, a minimum lot size to mobile home 1, mobile home district, and a specific use permit for a 42.39 acre tract for the purpose of an RV park located on 7829 FM 513 South Lone Oak. Brian, you want to brief us on this?
Okay, this is a zoning request and an SUP that went through Lake Tawakoni P&Z. The P&Z did make a recommendation to allow this zoning change and SUP. At the Lake Tawakoni P&Z meeting, we didn't have anybody come and speak at the public hearing there. This is an RV park. It has septic design that has been approved by Hunt County Health Department. There's really nothing odd or out of the ordinary about it. So it's one of your typical RV parks that we see. They're all different design. So there you go, RV park. Here we go.
All right, thank you. At this time, I'll open the public hearing for anyone that wishes to speak for or against this zone change and specific use permit. Anybody wish to speak for or against? Daniel, anything on the line? If not, I'll close the public hearing. Action item number 17, a request for a zoning change from SF20 single-family residential with 20,000 square feet minimum lot size to mobile home 1 mobile home district and a specific use permit for a 44.39 acre tract for the purpose of an RV park located at 7829 FM 513 South Lone Oak, Texas. Any discussion?
Yes, sir, I'd like to bring something up. I've looked at this, and it's very nice. It's going to affect the lake area on 513 tremendously. There's a need for it, and the way they put this together, it does look good. Now, back part of it is in Rains County, am I correct?
Yes.
And basically, I believe that they've been informed all this, but y'all have done a good job, and I appreciate, Brian, I appreciate you working with these people in reference to this.
Certainly. Yeah, and Rains County, they don't have anything regarding RV parks. As far as the septic, the majority of the septic system is in Hunt County. Some of the sprinklers are over in Rains, but as far as the tanks and the actual system, it's in Hunt. And all of it falls within the Lake Tawakoni zoning area, except for that small part in Rains. And the lands are here. If y'all have any questions for them, they can answer specific questions.
Any questions? Not, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 18, a public hearing for requests for zoning change from C2 Commercial District to SF40 Single Family Residential with 40,000 square feet minimum lot for a 2.97 acre tract located at 7535 Caddo Creek Road, Quinlan, Texas, in Precinct 3.
This is a part that's up on the north side of the lake. And this was kind of an odd commercial district that was added way back whenever they originally came up with the map. A lot of people have argued against this being a commercial area, all of it. It was a huge, vast commercial area. Just a month or so ago, changed the zoning on Peninsula Ranch. This is right there in that same area. What it was, this actually was an old storage building years and years ago, boat storage or something. It's been since torn down, and Mr. Mancha, who owns the property now, is looking at building his house on it. So this is the Lake Tawakoni P&Z like this zoning change. They said it falls in line with their ideas, and it also falls in line with the comprehensive plan that we've got from Freeze and Nichols. So.
Okay. Any questions, Brian? Not, I'll open the public hearing to anyone who wishes to speak for or against this item. Daniel? Okay. No one wishes to speak. I'll close the public hearing. Action item number 19, the request for a zoning change from C-2 Commercial District to SF40 Single Family Residential with a 40,000 square foot minimum lot size for a 2.97 acre tract located at 7535 Caddo Creek Road, Quinlan, Texas. Entertain a motion for approval.
Your Honor, may I have discussion in reference to
Absolutely.
this? This request for zoning, I have no problem with it. In fact, this is the first time that we've had a zoning change and not have this room packed. And the reason is because they're wanting to make it from the C2 in reference to residential, and that's just down from Hideaway Estates. So I think the people in actuality like this idea. So I will make a motion that we allow this to be done.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 20, the final plan of Mancha addition in Precinct 3.
This is the plat regarding the zoning change that we just had. The plat's not quite as easy as the zoning change. There's some oddities about this thing. It's in an area where there was at one point, I think probably a driveway for the storage buildings that were there that I'd mentioned. I don't know if it was ever much more than a driveway for these storage buildings, but at some point in time, people started driving through there and using it to access Caddo Creek Road, which is kind of south of it, instead of them using the actual county road that has the state right-of-way and the state clip and everything for the right-of-way. So we've got this driveway, if you will, or this lane running through this property that has since almost kind of become used like a county road. Of course, around county roads, we require dedication. There's also some thought that this was never a county road. it's a little odd having two county roads access a state right-of-way that close together. I mean, they're just a couple hundred feet apart. TxDOT's usually real goosey on that. This thing's been there for evidently long enough that it just kind of flew under the radar.
It was probably a driveway when they asked TxDOT.
It was probably a driveway, that's right. And it at some point got a stop sign, and they even put a county road sign on it in the wrong location. The county road sign needs to be actually down to the west of here on the actual county road. So it's kind of an oddity with this lane moving through there. And of course, if we required right-of-way dedication on it, it's going to seriously affect these two lots as it is now, and it's going to create three. And one of them is going to be very small.
It'll be illegal.
Well under half acre.
Yeah.
It'd be useless for anything. There's no sewer available in the area. So it's a strange one. So I don't know. I don't know what to what needs to happen with the road. Commissioner Martin's talked to the road. I've also spoken with Mr. Mancha about the road. There are a couple different options that Commissioner and I have spoken about.
For your information, basically, the Highway Department, when they came across 2101, they put that as County Road 3523. On every map that we have, it's known as Caddo Creek Road. If you look on your plat, you'll notice that we have 3523 in reference to 30 foot from the center of the road. We do not have any of these others. Under GASB in 2003, this road was put on there basically under maintenance. Throughout those years, the person that lived there all this time says, y'all need to fix my road. Well, it's gravel. It's gravel. It's gravel. And so it's been carried on our inventory, but it's been wrongly, back in 2003, put in there. This is basically used by everybody and their dog, especially coming from the north on 2101. I would say that we need to do this if we're going to do anything and allow them to, in reference to this plat. What we'll have to do is take this .1, this right at 500 and something foot, off of the maintenance program and say, hey, if he wanted to leave it open, that was being to him, but we need to take it off our maintenance because we do not have anything where it was actually dedicated, with the exception of getting maintenance under the GASB, and I can't remember who did that, but that's how it all came about. You can even get on Hunt County CAD and everything else, even our maps have it as an extension of Caddo Creek Road. I need we need some advice in reference to what to do. I myself would say, I don't believe we can keep it open. Now, they can keep it open as a private road, but we need to withdraw basically our connections with it. In fact, we owned that road because, to our whole knowledge, that was ours until this was sold. And I'm going to say this to let everything know. What happened was this was divided up and sold before it was platted and brought through this commissioner's court. And that's why we didn't know anything about it. And then we found out when they split this property right here and somebody surveyed it, and all of a sudden they say, well, this is all of our land. So this is what we have for, not following the rules and regulation, and it has put this court into a questionable decision of what to do. I'm wanting to do what's right. If we don't have it, we don't have it a dedication. I would be withdrawing our maintenance from that particular road and go from there. I need some guidance on this, what we can do. Also, in reference to this, and Brian advised me, from the intersection of that and 3523, from there, the frontage road on 3523 where the dedication of 30-foot right-of-way was given, he advised me that, that needed to be an upgrade. And you asked me to bring this for you, and I have it right here. The cost to do the upgrade, in actuality, and we know that's pretty much a flood area, would be $4,053.50. So you were asking for this information also, and that had to do with 60.5 tons at $67 a ton. That was $4,053.50. That money would have to be put in escrow in reference to that. Do you have any other questions to ask me, Brian?
And what we've got, guys, is Mr. Mancha there's a house existing on the property. He had the 1 acre around the house surveyed off, and he sold it. He came in to get a 911 address, and that's when Kathy over there realized, oh, this wasn't ever platted. Mr. Mancha wasn't aware of the need to plat. Whenever he found it out, he very quickly got a surveyor to create a plat. He's been, Mr. Mancha's been very easy to deal with on this thing. He's been very willing to do what's needed to be done and what's right. So he wasn't intentionally trying to pull one over on the court.
How many residents are south of here that use that road, maybe, potentially?
Caddo Creek Road goes down.
It's a boat launch, isn't it? And that go down to a boat ramp or something?
Goes down to a boat ramp and a little RV park. In fact, one of the only boat ramps on the north side of the lake. It's pretty heavily used, it's used quite a bit. There are probably 15 at the most houses down there, 12 to 15 houses down on Caddo Creek Road.
Is that in the RV park, or is that houses plus the RV park?
Actual houses.
Houses plus the RV park.
Actual subdivision, and then there's the actual RV park. As far as people full-time in the RV park, I don't know.
Also, they're building, I believe, 2 houses right now on the left. In that old addition.
There was a fairly recent replat of part of the property on Caddo Creek Road, and they're building those houses through there. So, and there again, like you said, people come out of Caddo Creek Road, if they're heading north of up 2101 towards Greenville, they take the cut through and go up that way. If they're going out towards Bowles Home, out towards 34, they make that left and go down the county road where they should.
But the court has never accepted that road?
I don't really know if there was an acceptance back then. I remember as a kid riding four-wheelers down through there, and it was literally a dirt trail that was not a road, and it just, you bump through the ditch and you hit Caddo Creek Road. At some point in time, it had a culvert put in, and it was rocked, and then oil sanded over the top of.
Everything shows, everything there is shows that it's county maintained, and it's there in this, and I'm talking about, golly, I'm talking about back in the 70s, and, it's been there. And even when I came on, basically the gentleman that lived there, well, when are you gonna fix that county road, And that
was the previous owner?
Yeah. Yeah.
Daniel,
that was the guy who owned the storage buildings.
We're kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't, aren't we?
That's why.
They've got prescriptive rights to the south going in and out of that for a long period of time. If they block it off, they could, I guess they could take action either against us or the property owner.
Certainly against the property owner.
Yeah.
The prescriptive rights don't run against the county. They don't force the county to maintain roads that are
But we've been maintaining it, so wouldn't we have to abandon it almost to get out of it?
You only have to abandon it if it's been accepted. But this is similar to that situation out at the Mallard Point.
Yes.
Where there was an assumption that it was a county road, but it wasn't.
That's correct.
Put people on notice of that, but without looking, I don't know what the legal ramifications are.
I was thinking about this right here, basically, if we're saying, hey, we're not gonna maintain it anymore, and this is a question to ask you, but yet approve the plat, and the person understanding in reference to a right-of-way that exists on a private road, you know, with that aspect, I don't know whether that could be done, if they could have a private road open to the public, and therefore, we wouldn't have anything to do with it. We would not, we would possibly preventing somebody to suing the landowner for closing something down that's been used all this time. I don't know. But is that,
Well, it would be a private road open to the public. I mean, if
Yes.
it's private, they could limit the traffic on it to landowners that need to access their land. But if the county's not gonna maintain it, it hasn't been dedicated, the county can't require that it maintain, that it stay open.
Is the landowner gonna let it stay open? Or
Do what?
is the landowner gonna let it stay open, or is he gonna close it?
Noe? You,
So there's two of us, so I can't speak for them. I don't care. I don't want to lose anything. That's it. Road stays open, I don't care. But I don't want to lose 50 feet this way, 50 feet that way, if it becomes a county road. I've already lost enough land. I'm trying to build a house. That's it. There's already a road that comes into the neighborhood. I know why they can't use that one. If I need to get an attorney, yes, I have to do that. But like I said, the owners of what I sold, I don't know what their plans are. Can't speak for them.
their driveway comes out of their house and accesses the north part of that. It accesses that north side road. It doesn't go out to 2101 road.
Right.
understand this, that the person that he's talking about, their address is Caddo Creek.
Caddo Creek Road.
Yes, Caddo Creek Road. Their address is Caddo Creek Road.
I don't think they have an address yet, do they?
They do. The existing house.
It already had
its
one?
address is 7535 Caddo Creek Road.
Okay.
That's the lot 2, the 1 acre tract that's on the north side of this. is
It already
actually
had,
addressed
it already
to
had an
Caddo Creek Road.
address? It was an existing home?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
And also, on 3523, the house on the right, basically, they were correctly addressed as 3523 also. You made the statement, and I thank you. You made the statement you couldn't, you don't know how they would feel, right? Why don't you find out? Why don't you find out in reference to this, because, and this would also, if I may, Judge, if I may have them find out if they would have a problem with that and talk, and find out to where it could be a private road, open, used up, but we wouldn't require a right-of-way or anything like that because we wouldn't be working on it.
Well, no, I
and
don't know
that
if it'd be
way-
a private road or just at that point in time, it'd just become a driveway.
No, whatever, with the use. I mean, that's an attorney question. And maybe this needs, have you heard about this before?
Not that I remember.
Well, I would,
Briefly,
Yeah.
nothing in depth.
I would like to look into the legalities of it and all that, and I believe it'd be worth it, and I'm trying to get it straightened out. This was not caused by us. This was caused basically for instance, the right action be taken in reference to selling and becoming a plat. And it's been a long journey, I understand that, because you had to even go for planning and zoning. But I think that we ought to take up all lives and try to do the best we can for you, the owner. And like I said, I'm glad it came up because we'd have had a problem later on, so may I ask the court?
We got a
have the
shot clock
attorney-
problem?
Do what?
Shot clock problem?
We're probably right at it on the actual 30 days of when we got everything addressed.
So do we have to deny it and just let him come back, not charge him for another fee to reapply it, or what do we need to do, Daniel?
That would be the only way to avoid the shot clock issue.
Give us a little time for discussion. It doesn't have to go back through public hearing because the
Yeah, the zoning's
zoning
done.
change has already been approved. This would just strictly be for a plat.
If it's all right with everybody, I think we'll just turn it down and then let him reapply, but let's waive the fee for him, so it doesn't cost him any more money, and then try to get it figured out. Get with Daniel and see what our
If
options
he,
are.
if he is okay with it, he can agree to not press the shot clock issue, and it wouldn't necessarily have to be turned down. It could be tabled for further discussion, and then we don't have to go back through a reapplication.
You all right with that,
process.
Daniel?
Yeah, if he's okay.
Are you okay with giving us another week or so to
Well, it'll be
discuss
3
this and
weeks before we
decide?
meet again.
You're okay with that?
And also, would you please let the people that you sold the property to become aware of what's going on, please?
And if I need to get out with you and them, I don't have a problem with meeting you, so we can figure it out.
Are you going to use this road as a driveway, or are you coming off the other road?
He's coming off the county road. He's on.
That's what I'm asking you.
From-
be on the county side as far as that road. I don't really care. I just don't want to lose the land. I want to build a house.
I understand that, but you're not needing it to access for your home, is what I'm asking you. Okay. I'm okay, I mean, if he's willing to pass it, I'm willing to do that, and then Brian work with him to get him an address so he can at least get started on his home. And then we can, figure out what's going on before the next meeting.
Okay, what they're saying is, Texas law has a 30-day requirement where we have to do something within 30 days, otherwise it's automatically, approved plat. They're asking, are you willing to waive that 30-day requirement to give the county more time to address that issue? Because if not, then they have to turn it down now and have you reapply, just because of those legal requirements.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, I need a yes or a no.
Yes.
Okay. And so you're okay with waiting 3 weeks till the next meeting?
Yeah, if I can get an address, I start building my house. I'm in an RV park.
I don't really have a problem with that, do y'all?
I don't have any problem reference to him addressing off of 3523.
Yeah,
That's where his pad is already built. He's already got a house pad out there. I mean, he's ready to go.
Would you do me a favor and reference this? We'll put this, and talk about it in 3 weeks, but if you will, go on and advise Kathy that the address off of 3523, and if you will, go out and put some flags where your driveway will be, and we can take care of that if that's appropriate, if that's okay with the court.
So do we need to table it with the consent of the owner for the record?
To postpone the vote until the first meeting in June of the non-table.
Okay, so we're going to postpone the vote on action item number 20 until the next meeting, and the owner has been in agreement to allow us to postpone it. So action number 21, the final plat of Jackson 36 in Precinct 1. I hope it's easier than this one.
Not a chance.
I know.
All right. Here's another fun one. You can't have anything just normal. I don't want y'all to get bored with me.
You're trying to earn your money.
Trying to earn every bit of it. This is an existing lot, and what you've got is a son who's got a house and a big estate there, and then you've got parents who had an estate there, and it was all on the same property. Mom's wanting to downsize, or they're wanting to get rid of one of the houses. Well, you've got these two very nice homes that were built. I think the latest one was built in '07. The first one was built in '97 on the same property. They're wanting to divide them and sell one of the houses off. They have very limited frontage. They don't have limited width. The lots are fine in width, so you're not dealing with a long skinny tract. You're just dealing with limited frontage. However, it got cut that way, who knows? It's been like that for a long time. You've got existing driveways, existing houses that were all built before we interpreted the subdivision rules the way they're interpreted now. It's kind of an oddity, but when you go out and look at the property, it's not odd. You're not creating an odd lot that's unusable or anything that's out of the ordinary.
I don't have any problem with this. It's, Brian and I looked at it earlier in the week, and it's, it's one of those circumstances we're gonna have all the time. We can't punish these people for not knowing what we were gonna do in the future, and they didn't know I don't even know what our lot frontages were back then. The county wasn't even enforcing any subdivision rules when they built the houses, so I don't think we can damage them now because we got new rules, so I'd make a motion, we approve it.
Judge, I would second that and add that if, I live in the area, drive by this area frequently, and until this came before me, had no idea that they weren't already separate houses. That's how the properties are set up.
All right, I got a motion and a second. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Action number 22, the final plat of Mustang Estates in Precinct 3.
This is a normal one, guys. It's got plenty of frontage. There's nothing to clear. It's all state right away. Nothing to it.
All right. Any questions? Entertain a motion for approval.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Jessica, did Richard ever get us those schedules? All right, well, we'll have to table 23. He's supposed to got us some new fee schedules to approve, and we'll get with him and take it up next meeting. Anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Second?
Got a motion second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. We're going into executive session at 11:01. You want to do?